Hello, welcome to the video notes for lesson 4-7, and this is about slope-intercept form part 2. And what we're going to be doing in this lesson is, so let's go ahead and look at the target, learning target. I can graph a line using the slope and y-intercept. So we're going to be doing some graphing, and we've already been doing graphing in this topic. But we're going to do this a little different. We've already learned about graphing with a table. We're going to try this without a table. So this begins on page 27 in your notes. And there's a couple things I want to point out. One is that we're not going to be using a table. We could, and you certainly are welcome to make a table if you want to, if you want to make sure your values work and that your line is okay. The other thing that I want you to be aware of is we need to use a ruler, because I want these, it's important that these lines are nice and straight. So, like I said, if you wanted to create a table of values and plug in, so you could make a double T-chart like this and do your input and your output and then fill in your values. But there's a different way, and it's from using the slope and the y-intercept from the equation. So I'm going to go ahead and clear the screen and move this down so we can see everything. Oops, a little better. Let's move this down. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Alright, so first step is first thing I want to do for this is to identify the slope and the y-intercept from the equation. So the slope is in front of the input, that's 5/6, and it's a positive slope, that's very important. And the y-intercept is -1. So this is a two-step process. Step 1 is we're going to take care of the y-intercept, which is -1. So since it's -1, it's the point 0, -1. Now there's actually a strategy for this to just confirm. Remember, the y-intercept is when the input is equal to 0. Well, if x equals 0, so I have y equals 5/6. If I substitute 0 in, -1. 5/6 times 0 is -1. So my y value is -1. Well, I already know that, so I don't need to do this every single time. Once you know what your y-intercept is, you can just go ahead and plot that point, 0 and -1. Now, to make a line, there's another key element here. You need at least 2 points. But the more points you get, the better or more accurate your line is going to be. So step 2 is we're going to use our slope, our change in y over change in x, to help us find more points. The more we find, the better our line's going to be. Well, we know our slope is 5/6. Now let's talk about what that means. Change in y. A +5 means we're going to go up 5 spaces. A +6 means we're going to go right 6 spaces. So I go from this point, I'm going to go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, if you want to draw a line, you can, up 5. And then I'm going to go right 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then put another point. And I keep going until I run out of room to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can fit 2 more. Now that's enough to make a line, but I also want to point out something else. If I have a positive slope, 5 over 6, that's the same as negative 5 over negative 6. Negative 5 is down 5, and negative 6 is left 6. In other words, I'm going in the opposite direction that I just was. So down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to go down 5, left 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I've got another point. Alright, I'm going to stop there. So I've got these points. I'm going to use my line tool. If you've got a ruler or some other straight edge, use that. Connect your points. Make sure you put an arrow on the end of it. It does keep on going. And there you go. There's your line. Now, we didn't need to make a table of values. There wasn't a whole lot of calculating or math to have to do. We just simply used the information that was provided by the equation. The y equals mx plus b. Now that's the other part, is it's important that the equation is in the right form. Alright, so now I'm going to go a little faster with this one. So we've got the second one. Y equals negative 7 over 3x plus 2. So I've got my slope, negative 7 over 3. My y-intercept is 2. So step 1, identify the y-intercept. So it's 0, comma 2. Go ahead and plot that point. Now, this is a negative slope. I forgot to mention that with the previous one. It was a positive slope. It sloped going from left to right. It was going up. This is obviously going to be going down. So that's what I know I'm going to be looking for. If I make a mistake, I should be able to spot it based on what I know about positive and negative slope. Step 2, use what we know about slope. So change in y over change in x is negative 7, that's down 7, positive 3 to the right 3. Down 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then go to the right 3, put a point. And I can keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, oops. Put that right there. If you want to go the opposite way, you can go 7 over negative 3. So that means I'm going to go up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then to the left 3. And I've got plenty of points to connect and make a nice straight line. Alright? Okay, I want to take a look at one more over on page 28, just as a little bit more practice. Again, doing this really quick. So I'm going to use the second one, not this first one. You can do this, the other one on your own. So here I've got my m is 3/4, positive 3/4. B is 0. So I plot a point at 0, 0. And then I'm going to go up 3 to the right 4. Up 3 to the right 4. And you'll see when you get good at this, 1, 2, 3, you can get it's real easy to plot a bunch of points and get your graph of a straight line done without having to do table and do all these calculations. This is the line, y equals 3x. Alright, that was it. Pretty quick lesson. Hope it makes sense. If you didn't understand something, or if you think you need more help, you can go back and rewatch the video, ask a parent or a friend for help, or come and see me. Good luck, and we'll see you in math.